This is Budapest, a city divided by the mighty Danube River. On one side, Buda, with its historic hills, castles, and views that make you feel like you're in a fairy tale. On the other side, Pest is flat, vibrant, and alive with energy of a modern European capital. You'd think that with its dramatic history, stunning architecture, and vibrant culture, it would be one of the top destinations in every European traveler's list. But surprisingly, it's not.
Welcome to Hungary, my 53rd country. The first stop here is a grocery store where we have arrived to get some essentials, get some services, and then after that, we are headed to Budapest. We're about an hour away.
People often ignore Budapest since cities like Paris, Rome, and Barcelona get all the hype. Yet, if you ask anyone who's been here, including myself, we'll tell you it's one of the most mind-blowing cities you'll ever visit. I went to Budapest with two of my friends. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we didn't exactly have a set plan for what we're going to do.
Hello everyone, today is day 2 in Budapest, and guess what? It's already 3 o'clock and we've been sleeping and getting ready and having champagne, locking the doors, washing the clothes, drinking coffee, doing things, putting nail paint. So that's what happens when you go with other people that are also fashionable. Let's just put it this way, mildly.
So of course, one of the first things we decided to do was take a cruise tour of the city and let Budapest charm do its thing.
Last night we went to a pub crawl and we came back really late and then slept late. So now it's about 6:15 in the evening that we're getting out of the house and going on a cruise on River Danube. And we're gonna be going to all of the important spots that are right at the river itself. It's about a 25-minute walk from our Airbnb, which is this building in the historic town. Lots of charm in this building. A little bit dilapidated too, but the location is really good. We've only walked about 1.15 miles so far, and we are about to reach our destination. Welcome to the boat tour.
From the moment we climbed aboard, we were hooked. Buda, located on the western bank of the Danube, was a historic city with strong medieval and Habsburg influence. It served as a royal seat in the boasted defense fortifications, castles, and a quieter, more aristocratic character. Pest, on the eastern bank, was a flat commercial hub that grew rapidly during 19th century as industrialization took hold. It was bustling, vibrant, and more crowded compared to Buda. These two places are pretty different, not just in location, but also in culture, architecture, and how fast-paced life is. Yet, they're one.
What a beautiful parliament building. World's largest parliament building, right here in Budapest, Hungary.
You've probably seen pictures of it. It's one of the most famous buildings in Europe. But what a lot of people don't know is that aside from its gorgeous Gothic style and huge dome, this building has a story that goes back to a time when the city was at the center of an empire. It shows how important Budapest was in Europe's history and culture. The fact that this city still has these amazing, well-kept structures full of life really shows how strong and resilient it is.
All right, that's the end of the cruise. Time to say goodbye to this wonderful boat. Welcome to the Szent István Basilica. Right behind me is one of the very well-renowned churches here in Budapest. If you get a chance, walk around on this street with some amazing Hungarian cuisine and gelatos that you can try and stroll during the night time. If you keep going straight, you're gonna get to the famous bridge that connects this place, which is Duna, to Pest.
The construction of Széchenyi chain bridge in 1849 was a game changer.
And as you may already know, that the Danube River united both Buda and Pest to form a beautiful, amazing city of Budapest, what we know today.
It was the first permanent bridge linking Buda with Pest across the Danube, which made it so much easier for people to commute and trade between the two sides, forever changing the lives of those who lived on both sides of the river.
Hello everyone, welcome to this very important day, the Thermal Spa Day. Today we're going to Széchenyi Thermal Bath, one of the most important locations in all of Budapest's thermal bath history. You will be surprised how hundreds of baths are underneath this bustling city, and we are going to the most popular one and spending all day today. Look at the beautiful architecture and how old all of these buildings are. We are right next to the Parliament building in the old town, and these buildings are probably 100 years old. I mean, these are some of the new ones, but the one that we're staying in and looking at the architecture and these people that are right outside, these figurines, sometimes of kings, sometimes of beautiful women posing naked, and also men.
Budapest is a city that effortlessly blends the old with the new. It's where you'll find 19th century palaces next to sleek, modern cafes and bars.
These buildings are so old, so rustic, so beautiful. A lot of them are getting restored now.
Take Buda Castle for example. You'll walk up the hill past the old cobblestone streets, and suddenly you're standing at the top with a view that stretches over the entire city. It's breathtaking.
Oh my God, July is so warm in Budapest. You better come in the shoulder seasons of the summer because this is really, really hot. Oh my God. In order to be prepared as a first-time visitor at the Széchenyi Thermal Bath, of course, make sure you're carrying your costumes and get some sunscreen. Also, another thing that I bet you would forget is a cap. Now, if you forget it, it's okay because you can rent it from there. But if you're like me, I don't like to pay for these extra services. So make sure to have some flip-flops. I have mine that I bought in Brazil, the Havaianas. If you haven't checked out that video, go check out my Brazil video. I got robbed after getting drugged by 4 women when I was with my buddy. But overall, we still made the most out of it. And this was one thing that I purchased after getting robbed.
The Széchenyi baths alone are huge, with pools inside and outside. And on a cold winter's day, the contrast of hot water and the cool air, it's pure magic.
Welcome to the Széchenyi Spa. This is a 100-year-old spa. Built in 1912, it is one of the town squares where people come in to mingle and meet with other people, play chess. That's an important activity here. There are different pools and thermal baths with varying level of sulfate and calcium and magnesium. It's amazing. Can't wait to get inside. Oh my God, it's buzzing. Look at the crowd. And this is on a Monday. You can have some drinks here. And this is one of the many different pools that are here. First, I gotta get in the shower, and then we're gonna go and get inside the water. In order to get in here, as I mentioned, you need a hat.
The baths are named after István Széchenyi, who was one of Hungary's most famous statesmen and reformers. They picked this spot because it's got these amazing underground thermal springs that were found back in the 19th century.
Well, I just had this really amazing experience at the Phoenix Spa, and guess what? It was just so nice. There was this traditional dance, and also you're supposed to go completely naked in there. Like, you know, lots of people, men and women, who would just go line up, and then this woman would give like a dance by doing the aromatherapy and heat therapy, and then you dip in the really, really cold pool. It was crazy. Very good experience.
Expanded in 1927, Széchenyi introduced outdoor pools, including the now famous steaming thermal baths where locals play chess.
All right, we've been enjoying here at these beautiful outdoor and indoor spas. Now it's time to get some food for her. So you can enjoy some cocktails with double shot. That's gonna be about 10 bucks. Long drinks like gin and tonic, vodka and coke. All that's gonna be with a single shot for 2,500, which is about 7 bucks. And for, if you want like the real deal, then it's about 11 bucks. So over there you can see like a hot air balloon where you go up and you're able to see the entire view of the city. I've done this in Paris. They have something similar. It's not so much fun having done in Aswan, Egypt, a similar experience where there's actually a free-flowing air balloon. So that's so much better. But of course, you know, it's this one's safer and it costs less. So this is a good idea if you want to just get the aerial views and be up in the air. It's fun stuff. All right, until Simi deals with her hunger pains, we're gonna go ahead and get inside the pool. I want to show you something really cool. So there are different types of pools with different temperatures and different levels of sulfur. But this one's super interesting because it's got this roundabout. There's this pressure and you could just like be inside, and it's what's gonna happen is you're gonna be like going round and round and round. And now we're in it. So what you do is you just keep jumping and it keeps moving you around in the circle. We have been spending a lot of time here. It's now almost 6 o'clock already and we're still here. I actually changed into my Speedo, the European style swimsuit as well. Now this in the middle is the pool that's like the Olympics, like the regular pool where you could do laps and it's deep water, and the other two are more easygoing where you could just chill, relax, have fun. These are the lockers where you can store your stuff. And by the way, it's time to say goodbye to this beautiful spot. We are gonna see you again later. And in the end, because it started raining, the warm bath felt really amazing. It was just a very wonderful experience.
Every corner you turn, every building you look at has a story to tell. And it's that feeling of walking through living history that makes Budapest so unique. Now, while Buda feels historic and almost mystical, Pest has its own vibe. It's the modern, energetic side of the city. And honestly, I loved it just as much. It's lined with stunning neo-Renaissance buildings, cafes, and boutiques, and it's easy to see why Budapest is often called the Paris of the East. One of the things that really impressed me about Budapest was how easy it was to get around. The city has one of the best public transportation systems I've used in Europe.
We decided to use the public transport here and took the bus number 72 to come back.
Trams, buses, and metro all run on time, and the tickets are super affordable. Budapest locals have a reputation for being a little reserved, but once you get to know them, you realize they're warm, welcoming, and proud of their city. They've been through a lot over the years, but there's a quiet confidence about them. They're also really passionate about their food, coffee, and culture. This city has been through wars, revolutions, and occupations, and yet it stands strong. It's a city that's managed to keep its charm and authenticity despite all the changes around it. So why is Budapest so underrated? It's because it doesn't shout for attention like some other European capitals. Instead, it pulls you in slowly, making you fall in love with its charm, its culture, and its people. And let's be honest, sometimes the best cities are the ones you don't expect to blow you away. But Budapest, it does just that.